Quality number 3, humility. Hii ndiyo tunaita unyenyekevu. Humility is the quality of having modesty or low view of oneself. Vile unajiona mkiwa na watu wengine. This quality makes a leader have positive view of other people, however low they are. It enables them to patiently listen to their needs and desires. Humility makes one feel appreciated and respected, in that when you have a leader who is humane, you'll be able to give out your problems to him and the person listens to you. Arrogance would be the opposite of humility. This county and this country should not have any room for any leader who is arrogant, who is not able to listen to his people, who is viewing himself or herself as very high above. We are the same people who give this person that particular seat. Why should the person not maintain humility? So we are insisting that the leader we are going to elect this time must be people who have humility. Character number 4, integrity. What is integrity? This word features very many times when we are talking about leadership. We talk about integrity and accountability. Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, telling the truth, being open, not taking advantage of other people. People with integrity have respect for others. People with integrity keep promises. They are trusted by other people. One must have integrity whether others are seeing him or not. The moral principles have actually destroyed this country. We have quite a number of leaders that do not have integrity. The government has put Chapter 6 of the Constitution to be able to ensure that the things that we do are also checked. But it is for us to also be able to find out, what do these leaders do outside where we are? How do these people relate with us in public? That's what we mean by integrity. It must be in our leaders. Leaders must have integrity. Number 5, accountability. What is accountability? This means accepting responsibility. An accountable leader does not pass blame to others. An accountable leader takes less portion of praise for good things that happen within the organization and take more portion of blame for anything wrong that happens in the organization. We don't want leaders who always pass the blame to the others. When you are the person at the top, everything that happens within that organization, you are the one to blame. You are accountable for that. And that is one thing that is lacking in most of our leaders. It is the high time we reflect on this characteristic and give no chance to leaders who are not accountable. The next characteristic is resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties, from toughness. The things that normally come to leaders every day, some of them are very tough. Something will happen and the way a leader reacts to it marks how resilient that person is. So how does that leader react? Some of them will react by giving up and therefore they lose focus. Others will start fighting others. They fight back. Some will resort to insulting others. And when these things happen and the leader now starts digressing from the main objective, the people who suffer are the ones who elected that person. Let us not have any chance for leaders who are not resilient. We must ensure that the leaders ahead of us are able to be people of composure, There are people who are able to control their tempers. They have got what we call self-control. Despite whatever happens, a leader should not behave like the world is coming to an end. He should be able to compose himself and move on to the next point. This character of resilience must be very key even in our county of Laikipia. The next very important characteristic is empathy. Empathy, how do you relate with the people in terms of what they are going through? Empathy is the ability to conceive and share the feeling of others. Our people go through very many problems. Some of them are social, others are financial, others are relationship related. Some people are discriminated. How do our leaders relate to those problems that are in the community? Some, of course, don't get bothered. Some really care about what's happening. No wonder we have got so many issues relating to mental health within our community, and leaders should come in handy to be able to address some of these to reduce them. Sometimes you may not have a solution to a problem, but if you just give a reading ear to somebody with a problem, if you listen to this person, that might be a solution to some of the problem, because whenever people feel they are listened to, they have a lot of hope for the future. So we are now supposed to go for leaders who have empathy. Let us not have room for people who just care about themselves and don't bother about the people who elected them. Quality number 8 is vision. I mean, how can a leader be ahead of us and doesn't know where we are going? So a leader must have vision. This is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination and wisdom. Yes, a leader is supposed to have imagination and also be wise. A leader should see beyond his people. A leader should come up with solutions to the problem that people are facing. The solution that we have for the people should move from this point to the next. And most of the leaders, when they are coming in, they come up with what we call manifesto. His manifestos are supposed to tell us what vision the leaders have. And moving forward, of course, we must ensure that if a leader who was in the office comes in, we must now correlate the manifesto the person gave when he was entering and what the person has achieved as he is living for 5 years. Other visions may not have to come from the manifesto. As you move on in leadership, you realize what is happening and you come up with mitigation on the problems that are facing the people. Vision is very important. Let us not have any chance for leaders with no vision. We should listen to them and relate what they are telling us with our problems and see whether we have got hope in their leadership.